Pokemon Legends ZA is the second spin-off in the Legends series. Gone are the days of turn-based combat. Now, you and your Pokemon battle in real time, dodging, attacking, and strategizing in real time and real space. You can sneak up on wild Pokemon to catch them, and in return, they can gang up on you too. If Pokemon Legends Arceus was Game Freak finally breaking free of their usual formula, then Pokemon Legends ZA is them doubling down on that experiment. It's fun, and it's a different departure from the standard gym badge gathering gauntlet from the mainline series. Set in the glittering metropolis of Lumio City, Game Freak's virtual version of Poke Paris. ZA kicks off with your bag being stolen and immediately being challenged to a fight. An interesting interpretation for an authentic European welcome. The city is now the only explorable area, a major shift from the sprawling wilderness in Arceus. It's smaller and denser, which makes it feel lived in, but also a little bit claustrophobic. You'll miss the sprawling wild zones and sweeping panoramic vistas. And without rideable Pokemon, navigation is clunky. The city's layered map of rooftops, tunnels, and alleyways is interesting but confusing. It'll take a while before anyone is fully familiar with all of the literal ups and downs of Lumio City. I'm embarrassed to admit how often I stared up at the sky trying to find a way onto particular rooftops, or searching endlessly for hidden ladders that really have no business being hidden in the first place, wishing you could just hop on a rideable flying Pokemon or dig down into the city sewers instead. As the story unfolds, wild zones begin overtaking the city. ZA cleverly opens up its world in stages, allowing you to learn the world piece by piece while experiencing the effects of a shifting ecosystem. Completing each zone is satisfying and manageable, effectively breaking the Pokédex down into bite-sized chunks, making it much more rewarding to complete as you go. This is stealthily one of ZA's biggest strengths, and makes it deeply addicting to attempt to catch them all. Still, the transitions from open exploration to tight corridors makes ZA feel like a step sideways. The city will grow on you, but not without growing pains. Thankfully, the battles are a blast. They're fast, reactive, and strategic in a way that makes you feel like you're truly fighting alongside your Pokemon. Timing when to return one Pokemon mid-attack to tag in another feels organic and chaotic in the best way possible. These battles make you feel like you're actively part of the team instead of just shouting commands from the sidelines. Moves now use cooldowns instead of move limits, which keeps the flow feeling smooth and tactical. Combat is alive, engaging, and more fun than it's ever been before. Unfortunately, however, targeting is clunky. You can't initiate an attack at all unless you've locked onto something. Meanwhile, lock-ons will break randomly, attacks get blocked by crates and fences, and sometimes it feels like your own Pokemon are in the way. And in group fights, switching targets sometimes feels like a futile attempt to wrestle with the camera itself. Catching Pokemon, one of Arceus' strongest mechanics, suffers here. The absence of basic actions like jumping or free-form attacks makes ZA feel less agile than both Arceus and Scarlet and Violet. But then there's the ZA tournament, which is easily a highlight. It's thrilling and well-paced while gaining ranks, until the game suddenly rockets you through the ranks like jumping to finals in the second month of the semester. A flattering vote of confidence, but woefully unearned. Still, ZA nails a lot of small details. The UI is cleaner and better organized, and auto pickup for small items is very well appreciated. Though, Pokeballs still feel like wiffle balls, not feeling like they toss remotely far enough, which is frustrating when you're sneaking up on a flighty Pokemon, only to watch the ball, and your target, suddenly vanish without a trace. That said, I would literally die for the Pokeball man. Mega evolutions are back, and for the first time it feels competitively viable to run multiple Megas on the same team. Some designs are wickedly cool, hilariously goofy, or otherwise totally baffling. Though I'm excited to see how these changes shake up competitive play and the larger Pokemon landscape. The story is fairly standard, but the cast shines with personality and humor. There are many characters I loved instantly and many more that grew on me over the course of the adventure. ZA wears its modern influences on its sleeves, with characters proudly designed after live streamers, which makes sense given the culture Pokemon currently inhabits. That said, the total lack of voice acting hurts immersion. Characters move their lips without making any sound, which is bizarre this late in the series. Watching real-life live streamers voice the dialogue themselves made it painfully clear how much liveliness the game is leaving on the table. Even partial voice acting for key story beats and major characters would make a world of difference in elevating this experience. And as much as I hate to admit it, there are parts of Pokemon that still look like a PS2 game. Perhaps a beautifully optimized PS2 game, sure, but one that never graduated to modern consoles. Frame drops, stiff animations, and bizarrely hanging black screens after cutscenes plague the experience. The Switch 2 improves performance, but is still janky enough to show its seams. The character movement was initially very awkward and inorganic for me, though I eventually acclimated. And character customization is decent, although somewhat limited, but personal enough to feel satisfying. Just don't expect your trainer to show any emotion. Your avatar doesn't react to anything. Not after beating a rival, meeting a legendary, or watching a building explode. Nothing. Totally blank. It's like watching a brick act, though that's not fair to the Onyx out there. The first few hours are rough. The tutorial section is unskippable, over-explained, and frankly, downright agonizing. I wanted to use a stronger word there, but this is a Pokemon video. Pokemon desperately needs to start trusting that people have played these games before. Though once you escape from tutorial hell, ZA lets you find your rhythm, even if it never quite hits the highs and lows of Hisui. Pokemon Legends ZA is a bit of a paradox. Innovative, yet restrained. Fresh, yet familiar. It dares to feel different, even when its systems stumble, which is all the more frustrating because the foundation is so strong. The combat system shines, the sense of teamwork is fantastic, and despite its outdated visuals and janky movement, there's genuine joy inside. But too often, Pokemon Legends ZA feels like a masterpiece trapped inside a beta test. Still, when it's good, it's really good. Few Pokemon games have ever felt this alive or daring. It's silly, soulful, and at its best, it's simply stellar. I genuinely just get engrossed while playing, as battling, catching, and training my monsters all blend into each other. I just still wish I could properly jump without a ledge, and had more flexibility for cool parkour catching. It's such a small thing, but this game doesn't let you throw Pokeballs if you're mid-air, and that drives me nuts. The Legends spin-off might be the best idea this series has had in years. If only Game Freak can stop tripping over their own Pokeballs. It's a strong showing with flashes of brilliance, held back by the same old Poke habits. There's still some strange quirks, like an uncommunicated limit of 999 Megashards, despite the game telling you that you're still collecting more. Or the Zygarde dog form aesthetic choices. For some reasons unknown to both science and good taste, it's butthole pulses. I really don't know why they would ever do that. And I'm glad that trading is now much more accessible than in Legends Arceus, though the absence of Wonder Trade is still dearly missed. But through it all, Legends ZA still remains fun. Undeniably, infectiously fun. If you're a Pokemon fan, you probably already own this game. And if you're hate watching this video, then you probably already have your Game Freak is lazy comment typed up. And honestly, both sides are right. I didn't get a review code. I took 2 days off of work, picked up my copy at GameStop, and put in 40 hours of gaming over a long weekend. Not because I had to, but because I love Pokemon. Yes, it's overpriced. Yes, it looks dated. But when my friends are messaging me asking to trade, calling me to ask me my thoughts, I'm reminded why this franchise still works. It's fun. It's social. And it's Pokemon. For all its flaws, I can't help but smile while playing. These games may be meant for kids, but that doesn't excuse the lack of polish. Still, they capture something no other series can. The joy of discovery, of connection, of catching them all. It just has something that nothing else does. It just has that je ne sais quoi. Even if it's always 2 steps forward and 1 step back, I'll keep walking with them. Oh, and there's a character named Francois in this one, which, as someone named Jean-Francois, feels like an unexpected personal victory. I just had to mention that quickly. Yeah, that's right, my name's not really Jay. But truly, I thank you for watching this far, and I would highly, highly encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe. Even if the comments are expressing disappointment in this game, I promise I'll understand. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Cheers.